Wow, thank you all. Thank you all for coming. This is all the applause they deserve for being backstage and being in the background all these years. This is all the applause now that you're getting, retrospectively. Morgan, I wanted to ask you, when you got into this, did you know what you were going to end up with?
I had no idea at all what I was in for. The idea was my producer, Gil Friesen's idea. Gil was president of A&M Records for many years. They called him the ampersand in A&M because he kept that company together for so long. And Gil, several years ago, had the idea that there was something interesting about backup singers. And he talked himself into helping to make a movie, and he found me, and he said, I want to make a film about backup singers.
No, you have to tell the real
Tell the whole.
tea.
You want me to tell the whole story?
The real truth. Come on.
Okay, the whole story is.
Trying to talk.
I don't care. He got to tell the real tea. Go ahead.
Okay. The real story is Gil got stoned at a Leonard Cohen concert.
That's what I like.
And was fixated on the three lovely backup singers the entire time.
That was the tea.
And kept wondering about them. And, from that experience, he decided to make a documentary, which we did. And as he told me later, is the most expensive joint he ever smoked. But we had, so when I said to him, I love the idea of a film about backup singers. What do you have in mind? What's the film? And he said, that's your job. We didn't know. I mean, there was no map to this at all. No books, no documentaries, nothing. And the only way to figure out what this world was about was to meet these ladies. And so we started by doing 50 interviews with backup singers.
Wow.
Oral histories, just to figure out what it was about. And I think the first day we shot was with Darlene. And I turned to Gil afterwards and said, we can always make a Darlene Love documentary.
I wouldn't have been too happy with that.
I started her in the business. Now, sometimes I wonder.
Yeah, she was my mama in this industry. I mean, she was my surrogate mom. She started me at 14 years old. I may as well go and take it, huh, Dal?
Okay.
She started me at 14 years old singing background sessions, and she used to come, she and Fanita would come and get me during my 6th period of gym, I think it was, at high school. and they would come and get me. We'd go to Capitol Records and do background sessions, and they taught me how to blend. I could sing, but I'd sing loud. And they would say, who is that? And Darlene would say, oh, that's just Mary. And they'd make me move back, and I'd move back a little bit. Darlene said, move back, baby, move back. I'd move back a little bit, and then we'd start the session again. I said, wait a minute, that's a voice. That's just real loud. And Darlene said, move back a little bit more, baby. And before the evening was over, I was almost out the door. So she mentored me and taught me how to blend and sing background. And I love her for that. Thank you, doll.
You guys.
But I love this movie. I love all the singers that are in this movie. And like Morgan said, it's so many singers that he interviewed. You just can't put them all in a 90-minute movie.
But all three of you have had, you've done the bread and butter backup singing blending, but you've also all stepped out into the spotlight.
Yes, matter of fact, Lisa is the only one of all of us that won a Grammy. Yeah. So our careers have really took us from gamut to gamut. We've been all over the place. Like I was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And then Lisa with her Grammy, and this child right here, Mary, she was just all over the place.
Lisa, you've done some really long gigs. I mean, like decades with Luther Vandross.
Yes.
And decades with the Rolling Stones.
It's been 25 years.
Wow.
And tomorrow night. You're
nice
leaving tomorrow morning because you're playing with the Stones in Boston tomorrow night.
Yeah, we had 2 shows.
Did you study Mary's vocal on Gimme Shelter?
Yeah, I studied it and got depressed. Because nobody she's so unique. And it was a moment photographed in time through my ears and in my heart. And you can't repeat it. You can't, you can try and it would suck. It would just suck, because it's not real. It's not the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Her voice is the truth on that record. And so I would listen to it, and the only thing I could do was be inspired. After I got depressed, I was like, okay, I got that out of my system. And I'll never sound like Mary Clayton, but all right. What can I do is I can try to be where she was at. Just try to be where you're at.
And I think you did a fabulous job, baby.
There's the ear, right? You guys are like on pitch. You know where it is. Did you know that night was going to be such a turning point for you when you sort of rolled out to do that session?
You never know that, you never know. You take the gig and you do what you're supposed to do. And I did it 3 times and I was gone. I was at home back in my warm.
So that's just 3 takes?
3 takes.
You did pretty well.
Sick. It's
That
sick.
It's like you could hear me screaming, right, because I wanted to go home. I wanted to go home, honey. That spot was real warm, and I did not want to leave, but I had to go.
Next question.
Next question.
I do have to say that is one of the great moments in music.
Thank you.
Those 3 minutes, it's just incredible.
Thank you.
And I mean, when you stepped up for "He's a Rebel," did you know that it was going to be Darlene Love's song for a change?
No, I knew that I was going into the studio to do a record, and it was going to be the Crystals. I knew that from the gate. That's why we laugh all the time about them when they was jumping on Nearly Vanilli. I was like, honey, we did that all the time. If they didn't have nobody to go out, producers would go in, they'd find a great record, and they didn't have anybody to go out and work it because we were session singers, and they find somebody to go out on the road with them. But I knew I was going to do that song for the Crystals. It was like the Do Run Run, He's Sure the Boy I Love, all those afterwards I did not know was going to be the Crystals.
Wow.
But they were the Crystals.
But I mean, I was a Supreme and didn't know I was a Supreme.
You got to explain this one.
You did Someday.
Oh yeah, we did. There was a great producer. His name was Johnny Bristol, and he was fabulous. And he did "Someday We'll Be Together," and someday we'll be together. Now, mind you, I don't sing high soprano, but Shirley Matthews had me singing high soprano on that song. So I don't want to sing that. She said, "You got to sing that. Johnny wants you to sing that." And we sung the background, and next thing we knew, the Supremes were singing it on stage. They had copied off of I'm telling you the truth, they had copied off of what we had done and did it on stage. But that was the Blackberries, Clyde King, Vanetta Fields, Shirley Matthews, Brenda Holloway, all the great singers of the studio singers. And they said, "Oh, that's the Supremes." I said, "Bull, that's not the Supreme.
Right.
That's me and all these girls right here." But I mean, that's Millie and Vanilli had nothing on what we did. We did it all the time. Just
See,
like
my
Darlene
husband
said.
said, I'm not a refrigerator, I can't keep nothing.
That's me. I tell it to the high, tell it to the low.
But it was during that time. Writers wrote great songs. And if you were, I sung on many of the Mamas and the Papas.
Yes.
We weren't trying to change their sounds. They were busy, they were out on the road, and we knew Lou Adler, who was their record producer. We knew him very well. We sung with the Beach Boys. We're not trying to change their sound, but making their sound fatter. Like, they weren't there to overdub. Say they did it one pass and they had to leave to go out of town to work. So Lou would call us in and we would do the background. So, that's what we did in those days. We just, we sang,
trying to hope 'em.
sang everybody.
Actually, I'm booking you guys for my next session.
Really? I sure hope you're paying our fee. That's how fee has gone up.
That's right. And that's called thank you and good night.
Good night.